So what is up, guys? It looks like there's still some buffs coming. I thought it was going to be a few cards, but it looks like we might just have a buff set of cards, but I don't know if people are going to just switch off their Legion decks for grinding, since Legion's the huge factor in everything. But these are nice things that I wish they did before Legion. But now that we're like far ahead in Legion, it's like, it's nice. It's nice thought, but maybe we could use these cards in our Legion deck. Let's find out. So Jailer gets a buff, which is nice. Persona Blast, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, and call 2 cards, and those units get plus 2,000 power. That is a very, very beautiful buff due to the fact, A, Jailer eats 2 back rows. If as long as Jailer calls a 9K and a 9K, you win, or he calls a Spirit, it's 12K. So you have a lot of options there when it comes to this type of power. So that's interesting that Jailer got a nice buff. Vivian actually got a buff, which I thought was weird. Once you attack hits a Vanguard, counterblast 1, call top card, and it gets 2,000 power. And the 2,000 power is nice. I just wish Viv was, we gotta make Viv a little bit stronger so she can perform the multi-attacks properly, but it is what it is. At least that unit gains an extra 2K, which is also a little nice icing on the cake. Garmore's pre-evolution and evolution got buffed. 11K does make a difference, and 9K makes a difference because 8Ks aren't so great. So that's good to know that Garmore got this nice little update. Maybe we'll use Garmore. Who knows? Garmore's Forerunner actually got an update, the 5,000 power. Counterblast 3 to call Bruegel, but now the new effect is Counterblast 2, so they made Bruegel easier to interact with in Zero's format, I guess. CB2 is still just calling an intercept for CB2. Very pricey, so you're killing a retired turn just to have an intercept in the front row. But CB2 at least is manageable. I mean, no one's saying you can't run Barkle, Liberator, Grinegal, and just counter charge. No one said you couldn't do that, so that'd be a nice deck to kind of visit. Like, you use Blastblade Seeker, but you don't use it for its effect. You use it for the counter charging purposes. And you just use Bruegel as your interceptor and use Gansla as interceptor, and then you try to Legion. I guess you run like 1 Legion possibly with that. So next is Coco went up to 11K, so that's nice. No booster needed when it comes to those final attacks. And Chief Nurse Shamsiel goes up to 11K, which means she hits cross-ride numbers when she gets hit, which is pretty good because we see how the cross-ride game is. It usually depends on the opponent's boosters and stuff. So it's good to see that Shamsiel will be a cross-ride base, especially hitting a trigger makes you 23K. That's like a guaranteed block. So Shamsiel actually is piquing my interest on trying again to see what we can muster up. Oh, would you look who it is? It's an actual card in the meta, aka Legion. Batriel's new effect is when this unit leeches, put the top card of your deck in damage zone, call a card from your damage zone, that unit gets 5,000. Thank you! They brought back the TCG effect. That was the whole point, what made her good in the first place. Calling as model from damage zone, calling Hermes from damage zone. I mean, this is what makes her solid for multi-attacking. Now we have a chance to multi-attack, which means now we can go back to running more Pegasuses. I only ran like a couple because Machadial did most of the power creep, but now I gotta run more Pegasus because the way she calls a card and so on and so forth. So that's always nice. So it's good to see Batriel finally got the buff she deserved. Angel Feathers are actually now more comp in this situation now that she can call stuff. And that unit gains 5,000 power, so that is pretty pogs. Ramiel Reverse got a buff. Lock 2 Celestials, and have 3 of your front rows get 5,000, which are Celestials. Then put one of your opponent's rear guards into the damage zone. Notice how it says put one of your opponent's rear guards in the damage zone. This means this effect now is targeting. It's not priority to the back row. You get to target what you want to kill, which means now Angels have a retire unit that can get rid of a front row in case you're trying to get that final push in. Ramiel Reverse wouldn't be bad as an end game tech in a Celestial build due to the fact you're trying to end the game, and since retiring is good, it's good to see that they took more of their approach on giving them some type of way to push for game, and that's pretty solid as well. So Ramiel we're going to revisit in September or whenever it comes to Global. Labrador got a buff. Counterblast 1. Return one of your rear guards to your hand, and if you return this unit, can ignore intercepts. Oh, there you go. So now you can crit pressure. So you automatically can get the crit, and now you're still attacking intercepts, but at least she ignores it so she can crit. The whole point was to get that crit at the end of the day, but it was also a point of Vert to help her multi-attack. I mean, that was always the personal break ride, but now like she's going to become more reliant on break ride, which is always nice for Prisms in general. But maybe we'll revisit Labrador too. I might revisit all these cards, even though we're in a Legion meta, and Link Joker's going to be populating most of that meta for 2 months. Anyways, but we'll definitely give it a check there. That looks really solid. Anyways, that's all we have for you today, guys, on buffs and nerfs. But definitely this buff is like the best buff ever, especially for Angel Feathers, because now this gives Angel Feathers the reason to make multi-attacks a lot easier, perform hyper combos, and that's what we like to see. So obviously now I can ride this and feel happy. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all be good. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you all another time. Peace out.